Okay guys, I look like a mess and this is going to be a very rambly, potentially all over the place video, but I wanted to give you an update because I just got some news. I got my results for my MARCoNS test, and if you don't know what MARCoNS is, it is an antibiotic-resistant bacteria that gets deep into your sinuses, often from mold exposure. And I feel like I'm talking so fast that I need to slow it down so I can breathe. This is crazy. I'm so I'm excited about it, which it's not something necessarily to be excited about that I'm positive for it, but I'm excited because it has been a year, almost a year and a half of struggling with mold toxicity, and finding out this bit of information can just really explain why I've been having the symptoms that I've been having, especially the one that's been bothering me the most, which has been the constant ear pressure and feeling like my ears are clogged. It's been so miserable, and this could be really explaining why I'm having that symptom. So I just got the results just a little bit ago. I am just very excited to be able to just share that information for any of you who have been watching me share my mold toxicity healing journey. So if you are dealing with mold toxicity and you are having sinus issues or even pressure in your ears, then absolutely look into getting tested for MARCoNS, because that is something that maybe sometimes people do not look into. And finding out that information can be extremely helpful. And yeah, so then as far as treatment goes for treating the MARCoNS, I've heard that MARCoNS can be a long journey on its own, trying to deal with that and get rid of that. But often they prescribe a prescription nasal spray called BEG nasal spray. It is a nasal spray that is made at a specialty pharmacy, a compound pharmacy. And yeah, so hopefully I'm going to be getting that soon. I'm just excited. I'm excited because, not because I'm positive for it, but because I feel like I finally have more of an answer as to why I've been feeling so miserable for so long. And it's just depressing that I've been to so many different doctors that couldn't help me. I went to 2 different ENTs, and I've even been recommended things like getting tubes in my ears, which is so extreme, because when you don't really know exactly what's wrong, not even knowing if it's something that would actually need tubes in my ears. But now knowing this, that would not be the solution to this. I need to get rid of the mold in my sinuses. And yeah, so it's so sad that it is so difficult. It's crazy that it's taken me a year and a half to get this answer. I've known that I've had mold toxicity now for like 5 months, but it's just crazy because this is an additional piece of information that is just so helpful to know. So if you're having sinus issues and you know that you're dealing with mold toxicity and you're not getting relief from any over-the-counter treatments that you've been told, like any over-the-counter nasal sprays, if those aren't helping, then definitely look into getting a MARCoNS test done, because that can just be a really helpful piece of information. And a prescription, it seems like, is often needed to treat it because it's an antibiotic-resistant bacteria deep in your nasal passages. So yeah, these regular over-the-counter nasal sprays might not always do the trick if you have MARCoNS. So I just wanted to share that information because I feel like that's so helpful for people to know. And it was extremely difficult actually for me to find a place that would even do MARCoNS testing. It was so hard to find because a regular doctor's office doesn't offer that. But I was finally able to find a place, and I'm actually going to tell you what that is. And I'll put their information in the description box below because it might be really helpful. And the reason that I'm going to recommend them is because they were amazing, because they're in Pennsylvania and I live a ways away from there, so they were actually able to send me the nasal swab and I was able to do it at home and then mail it to the lab. So that was just very convenient. I was willing to go drive to the actual office, but they were so nice to offer me that option. So that was just extremely helpful. And then to go over my results, I'm also able to do a video call appointment with them. So just so nice and so helpful. I found one other place that was closer to me, but they were really difficult to work with. And yeah, so it's just I'm so like relieved to know this, because now I feel like I'm not crazy. When I saw the test results, I immediately just started crying, because I just felt like I finally had more answers as to why I'm dealing with the symptoms that I'm dealing with. And yeah, it's just crazy. This has been such a long journey, and I hope I'm not getting my hopes up too much. I really hope that the prescription nasal spray is really gonna make a big difference and get rid of the ear pressure. I don't wanna get myself too hyped up, even though I really am so excited right now, because I feel like maybe I'm actually gonna get better someday. It's been a lot of just depressing and discouraging days, so this just makes me feel like I'm not crazy and maybe I'm gonna get better. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that's it for today's video. If you're interested in seeing any of my other videos from my mold toxicity healing journey and just seeing the different things that I've been doing, definitely check out my mold toxicity healing playlist if you are interested. If you haven't seen all of those videos, you might find them helpful if you're also going through mold toxicity. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you do have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for my next video.